If you're planning a trip to the Emerald Coast, Destin, Miramar Beach, 30A, Fort Walton Beach, or even Panama City Beach, this video might save you a ticket, a fine, or possibly a seriously embarrassing story. What I'm talking about are things that locals see every day that make us shake our heads. From beach blunders to boat fails to tourist traps. If you do any of these things, you're guaranteed to stand out for all the wrong reasons. So watch until the end, because the last few might actually keep you out of trouble, or at least save you from looking like that guy on the beach. What's up, everyone? This is Danny Wheels Margagliano with World Impact Real Estate, DestinPropertyExpert.com, and StayTimeVacations.com. My wife Michelle and I are local realtors here on the Emerald Coast of Florida, and we've been helping people buy, sell, and invest in homes and condos all over the Panhandle, from Panama City Beach to Destin, 30A, Freeport, and Fort Walton Beach. But today, I'm switching gears. This isn't about buying a home. It's about surviving the Emerald Coast like a local. So let's get to it. Okay, so we're starting off with Beach Life 101. And the first thing that you don't want to do when you come to the Emerald Coast is walk on the dunes. The dunes aren't your shortcut unless there is a designated path, but they're also not a place for you to climb up and get a quick photo. But you can make them their backdrop as long as you're not standing on them. It's important to remember that these are federally protected. Every time someone climbs on one, a sea turtle is going to lose its nesting spot, or the fragile vegetation that holds them together gets uprooted. And trust me, the local police don't play. Step on those dunes and you can be slapped with a hefty fine. Number 2 is don't feed the seagulls. So you throw one French fry and suddenly you're going to be the leader of a screaming aerial mob. And with seconds, I promise, you'll have 47 birds that are dive bombing your picnic like it's D-Day. And even worse, they don't have good aim when they're flying overhead after lunch, if you know what I mean. Number 3, don't ignore the beach flags. This one's serious. The colors mean everything. You'll probably never see green, but if you do, that means it's Lake Gulf. It means like a swimming pool. The yellow means caution. Just be careful, have fun. If you see red flags, that means you should be using extreme caution, and there will be waves, riptides, and possibly currents. Watch your kids closely, and probably don't let the little ones in the water without you being by their side. Double red flag means stay out of the water, period. Purple, that's going to mean there's some type of marine life like jellyfish or something like that. If you ever do see double red flags and you go for a swim, the chances are you're going to walk away with a ticket. And that's if you don't get swept away by the undertow or riptide. It is serious though. It's a warning not to go in the water. So don't underestimate the Gulf's currents. This isn't a swimming pool. The riptides here are serious. You're never going to outswim a rip. It's like trying to fight a treadmill on full speed. Locals, they know how to swim. They go parallel to the shore to get out of one. If you're ever caught in one, make sure to do this and teach your children the same thing. Maybe also watch some safety videos on YouTube. Number 4, don't bury your beach cans or litter. This isn't a pirate movie, and those buried little treasures, well, they end up slicing someone's foot. The beach isn't your ashtray either. Cigarette butts, they wind up making their way into the water. And the marine life, well, they get mistaken by it and it winds up sticking into a fish's gills or getting lodged in their airway. Another thing is don't toss out trash or flick cigarette butts out your window when you're driving down Highway 98. Locals care deeply about keeping this place clean, and if you bring it, take it home with you. Number 5, don't take your dog to any beach. Most Emerald Coast beaches are not dog friendly. Destin beaches, there's no dogs, period. Miramar Beach and 30A, you are allowed dogs if you have a county permit and only during certain times. Panama City Beach, dogs are allowed, but only on the west side of Russell Field Pier across from Pier Park. I've seen people fined right on the spot because they think their dog can just go out for a quick swim. Don't do it, it's not worth it. Now the next section, we're going to talk about Crab Island and water adventures. So moving on, number 6. Don't think Crab Island is just a sandbar. Crab Island is a full-blown floating city in the summer with boats, currents, jellyfish, and music, all competing for decibels. Yes, it's fun. Families go there all the time. But know your crowd. It's also a place where the party never seems to stop. So, if you're bringing kids there, generally leave early and anchor away from the crowd. Number 7, don't drink and drive on your pontoon boat or a regular boat. This is a real big deal. Boating under the influence is treated the same as drunk driving. Fines, arrests, the whole thing. Destin Coast Guard is always watching, especially around Crab Island and the Choctawhatchee Bay. Number 8, don't anchor your boat too close to other boats. If you can reach out and you can shake your neighbor's hand, you're too close. Give some space. It's important to remember that the tides shift and your boat's going to swing around in a 180-degree semicircle when the tide changes. So if you're too close to other boaters, you may risk bumping into them, causing damage, or something else can happen. So we also respect people's music, kids, and the vibe. You don't want to be in a Bluetooth battle at sea. Nobody wins when there's 4 speakers blasting Morgan Wallen and Shabuzi at the same time.
Thinking about relocating to the Destin, Florida area? Well, I've got just the thing for you. My team and I have taken the time to create the ultimate relocation guide, which is designed to save you hours of research. I've linked it below, from top employers to the best hospitals, and a wealth of other things you need to know before making the move. The best part is that this guide is 100% free. That's right, you heard me right, 100% free. Click the link in the description or the top pinned comment. Hope that helps.
All right, this brings us to the section about local vibes and town life. Number 10, don't try to beat traffic on Highway 98. Relax. You're on vacation. You don't need to reenact Fast and Furious or Destin Drift. Cutting people off won't make you arrive faster. You're just going to arrive more stressed and probably be honked at by a bunch of locals. Pro tip is to take the back roads, scenic 98, 30A, or Commons Drive, and just enjoy the ride. Number 11, don't block beach access or handicap zones. So don't park in those blue lines next to a handicap spot. That's where the wheelchair ramps are for people with walkers or wheelchairs. They aren't a place for your oversized golf cart or just the 5-minute rule. Same goes for beach access points, those for emergency vehicles. If you park there, your car is going to disappear faster than a snowbird in August. Number 12, don't cross Highway 98 without a light. This one has 2 parts. The first part is because it can be very dangerous. The second part is because typically it's going to take longer. Now I know that sometimes you don't have a choice, but if you're crossing Highway 98, try to find a light because it's going to make it easier. 13. Don't assume that every restaurant is kid-friendly at night. Places like Rosemary Beach or Alice Beach can turn into date night mode after 8 p.m. So maybe skip bringing the double stroller into the wine bar. There's plenty of kid-friendly restaurants around the Emerald Coast, like the Pizza by the Sea restaurant on 30A, Fudpuckers in Destin, Foo Bar, meaning the fun bar just in case you were thinking something else, on Okaloosa Island. There are many more kid-friendly restaurants to be found. Number 14, don't expect Chick-fil-A service everywhere. And what I mean by this is that you're at the beach. It's kind of like island life or island time. Things move a little bit slower generally. So relax, sip on your margarita, and embrace your time here. Number 15, don't book sketchy rentals on Facebook Marketplace. If the deal seems too good to be true, it definitely is. That beachfront condo for $150 a night in peak season? Yeah, that's a scammer's dream. in your vacation nightmare. Book through verified sites or reach out to a legitimate local company like Staytime Vacations. 16. Don't skip travel insurance. Hurricanes are rare, but other things like life unfortunately happens. If you're booking between June and November, there's always a chance for a hurricane anywhere in Florida or the East Coast, and it's cheaper than losing your deposit to Mother Nature. So, the other reason would be also for unexpected life forces that require you to cancel a trip or cut it short, like job losses, illnesses, or God forbid, a death in the family. 17. Don't crank the AC to 60 and leave the doors open on your rental property. This one's personal. I own and manage properties here. And trust me, our air conditioners cry when this happens. So set it to 72, keep the doors closed, and everyone's happy. It's not really cool to think, I'll open the balcony door and let the AC cool me off. I'm not paying for it. First thing, it's not the right way to think. Second, by doing this, you have a chance of freezing up the AC system and not having any cool air at all. Number 20, don't take live sand dollars or starfish. If it moves, it's alive, so leave it alone. The FWC can fine you for removing shells or coral, so take a picture because that's not a felony. 21, don't forget sunscreen. This one sounds obvious until you spend one afternoon on the beach and end up looking like a lobster dipped in butter. The Emerald Coast sun does not mess around, so SPF 50, that's going to be your best friend.
Hey guys, it's Danny Margagliano. As much as I love making these videos, there is one thing I love more, and that's helping families and people from all over the US make the move here to the Destin, 30A, and Panama City Beach area. I've helped countless families make the move, so whether you're coming out next week, next month, or even next year, don't hesitate to reach out. My contact information is right here on the screen and linked in the description in case you missed the on-screen pop-up. I look forward to helping you and your family make the move to the Emerald Coast of Florida.
The Emerald Coast is one of the most beautiful places in the world, but it's also a place locals work hard to protect. If you want to enjoy it like a local, the secret's simple. Respect the area, respect the people, and respect the environment. You'll fit right in, and maybe even get a smile from the guy behind you in the Publix line instead of a side eye. So, whether you're visiting or moving here full time, remember, have fun, be safe, and don't do dumb stuff. I'm Danny Wheels Margagliano with World Impact Real Estate, DestinPropertyExpert.com, and StayTimeVacations.com. If you love the Emerald Coast as much as I do, hit that like button, subscribe, drop a comment about your favorite memory or your funniest tourist fail. And if you're ready to invest, move, or find a perfect beach property, call, text, or email me anytime. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the beach.